See if I can do this. I think. Just wondering if it's recording. I think so.
For our dear listeners, this has been a very brief break, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, man. Well, the deal is that there's special magical time in the moon underwater. It just always rolls on the same speed, never slows down, no gaps.
No.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Seamless.
Right.
But then outside of the magical realm, time just does all kinds of weird things.
Right.
Long gaps sometimes,
Yeah.
or like multiple episodes in a single week.
Yep.
Anyway, do you think I can remember which way the volume knob goes?
I would hope so.
I don't
Left
think so.
is always down.
I don't think so. Okay, so you told me. Hello and welcome to the Moon Underwater. I'm
Howdy.
Kelly Daniels.
And I'm Steve Jones.
And we were just chatting about how time is relative, just like somebody said.
Right.
Good old Albert.
Wow.
Good old Al.
First mention.
Al
on the
Einstein,
podcast. Oh.
friend of the pod.
Yeah.
And those listening will just have heard us 2 weeks ago. But we actually haven't spoken for a few months.
Yeah.
We finished up at the beginning of summer, and we shouldn't even make time references because who knows when this is even going to come out.
I know.
However, we had our summer break, and we haven't recorded for a while.
Yep.
And now we are starting
In this beautiful time of year.
Season 4.
I'm not even going to say what it is.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
It is
Look
beautiful.
at the video, and you'll see.
Yeah. Check
really?
the YouTubes.
Check the YouTubes, and you will see how lovely it is.
So-
And so we're starting Season 4, in which we're going to do the entire season, the entire limited series of Station 11.
Yep. On
And-
HBO Max, newly reminted.
Yeah.
That's happened since we've been gone.
HBO Max. It was HBO Max, and then it went to Max.
Right.
Now it's back to HBO.
Because they didn't want to be associated with Skinamax.
Maybe
that
that's
was
it, but
Not
I-
a great.
maybe not. I thought it was great.
HBO was the name, though.
Well, HBO, for anybody who is our age or older, right, that's Premier TV.
Yeah.
Like that was where Premier, is that the right word? Or
Yeah.
Prestige TV.
It's like Netflix for millennials.
It was really good stuff when nobody else was good. They
Right.
were making their own stuff. Anyway, so HBO, classic.
It is.
And then they got rid of it. And then they regretted it. And now HBO is back.
Right.
I applaud the move. I haven't even had a sip of beer yet. Hold on.
Because we also had to recount things from the summer before we jump right in, right?
I guess so.
So I got mine. So this summer.
So what have you been up to this summer?
Well, I'm doing a lot of running.
Yeah, a lot of running.
And there was a day I started thinking, guys going through a midlife crisis, they sometimes get girlfriends. Other times they get motorcycles.
Yeah.
There's another kind of guy. He gets a tattoo.
Oh, you got a tattoo.
I did.
Holy cow. For those of you who, wow, that's a beauty. For those of you not watching on video,
Which you wouldn't be able to see it on video.
pulled down
anyway.
his pants.
I did.
And it was that thing where it's on his penis, and you can't see the whole thing until he gets an erection, and then it kind of...
I was going to say my butt spells Bob.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
No, not really. You'll have to watch the video if you really want to see Steve's tattoo. So nice, man.
I just got
But
it done
also-
on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Sunday fun day. Ran 20 miles.
And then
Ice bath at home. And then a shower, of course.
Yeah.
And then went over and got it done.
Yeah, you're taking
Nice.
care of it, I guess,
Yeah.
right? It's not
Sure.
going to get infected.
No. I
You're not
changed the
going
thing
to have
today
to have
for
your appendage chopped off
No,
because
God.
of sepsis.
That would be pretty terrible.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Not that you're
Especially
using it.
where it's
Yeah.
located, based on what you have just said.
Yeah, there's a certain point in time where, it's just less to wash.
It's true.
It's not really doing you much good anyway.
No.
But
I felt
So
like this
cool.
was sort of out of character for me.
that's cool, man. Yeah, you're a rebel.
I am.
You started hanging out.
45. Yeah.
hanging out at the moon underwater, and everything has changed.
It's
you know,
everything.
you started running. That's a big change.
That's a big
and
one.
I
now
made fun of your weight, and now you're skinny.
Yeah.
So
I'm still
what
not
else?
funny though.
You know, we one thing at a time. One
Right.
thing at a time, and yeah. So cool, man.
How about you?
Congratulate. It's funny you should ask.
Well, nice.
Well,
That's why I'm here.
it just so happens that today, not over the summer, but today, I have made a real change. And maybe this is a midlife crisis, or maybe
Okay.
this is like after midlife at the beginning of old age crisis. But today marks the dawning of a new era. And here's how it goes. So we have to go back in time a few years ago.
Okay.
I was in need of a belt in the great city of Denver. You ever heard of Denver?
I have.
Nice city.
It is.
And I was there, and I didn't have a belt, and I had loose pants because I traveled to Denver with a suitcase full of stuff. Brought the pants
Without.
without the belt.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around, pants falling down, needed a belt. Luckily, the great city of Denver, wonderful place to buy a belt.
Is it?
One could do worse
Okay.
than Denver to buy a belt. So I wandered into a cowboy store, cowboy clothing
Oh
store.
God.
Big. This place is huge. It's like a city block.
It's like
And you
Western
walk in,
World or.
something like that.
Yeah.
Western World. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But so we're walking around, and it's got these huge posters of photographs of famous country stars
Oh.
putting on Western clothes, presumably purchased at that very place. It was that kind of place.
Okay.
As far as belts go, you can imagine. Not just one little circle of things, many, many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely had the belt buckles, but not just that.
Yeah.
But we're talking rawhide, baby. We're not talking, we're not talking Old Navy,
No.
synthetic pleather with some artificial, like cardboard
Yeah.
inside. You ever had one of those belts?
Sure.
I have.
Yeah.
They're not good.
No,
not
they're not.
satisfying. They're cheap. Who knows where they're made?
Only because you've been to this wonderful store.
So I went to the store, and I'm looking around, and there's a lot of belts.
Yeah.
So I finally picked one. I wasn't going to go with the big buckle because I didn't feel like I could just own it, really.
Somebody would ask you who you beat up to get that.
Yeah, I just didn't.
All right.
I've never ridden a bull, that kind of thing. That's not me. But I do appreciate quality products.
There was like a bull riding truck right in the street that day. You couldn't take care of it.
I maybe should have, but I wasn't in the mood, and also my pants would have fallen down.
Right.
You know,
needed the belt first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I picked up a little Mexican beauty. They all said that where they were from, and I thought, you know what? I bet you they got some good rawhide
Yep.
in the great country of Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico, for those in the know.
Yes.
And so I got this belt. Really nice. It had like a silvery buckle and really
Wait,
shiny.
So you were in Denver this summer?
No, this is
Oh.
years ago.
Okay.
We're getting there, man.
Oh, God.
We're getting there.
Oh, man.
You're not getting bored, are you?
No, I'm just
story's not-
lost.
Not too long, is it?
I'm half a beer in, and I'm like,
So I
wait,
get.
why
We
are
may
in
need.
Denver?
We may need a bigger bucket.
We probably will.
By the way, I've been teaching all day long, and so I've been talking for
oh, good.
7 or 8 hours
So
straight.
you're all warmed up.
I'm warmed up, yeah.
Yeah.
So I buy the belt, and it's just got a regular buckle, but it's a shiny, nice buckle. But the rawhide is really, it's going to last forever, and to my kids and my grandkids. It's going to last a long time, and it's kind of etched with cool designs, and then inlaid with kind of a rawhide cord, kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really cool.
Okay.
And I purchased it.
I would like to buy this
wear
belt
it
now.
for a little while. I wear it while I'm in Denver. Then I come home, and guess where it sits? It sits in my closet. Years.
Because you don't wear belts.
I don't wear it ever.
Yeah.
No, and sometimes I do wear
No.
a belt. I put on a belt now and then.
You just got rid of the pants that needed the belt, and you're like, what do I need
belt,
this thing for?
I got fat. Which belt do I grab when I need a belt? I grab like the cheap, crappy belt.
Why?
Because I prefer a belt that hugs the hips kind of gently.
Oh.
And the rawhide belt is it's durable. Nobody pre-stressed it.
It's like wearing
It's
a
straight
steel
up-
belt.
Oh, it is just, they pulled it off the steer
Yeah.
down in Mexico where they
Yep.
do those things. They slapped a buckle on it, and then there it is in
That's
the
it.
store. You hold it out straight. I'm gesturing for those on
Yeah.
video. It's like a 2x4. It just
Nice.
doesn't bend at all.
Yeah.
So it kind
That's
of
what you look for in a belt.
it kind of hurts, and I'm like, but today I woke up and I thought, I went to grab my normal belt, and I thought, you know what? There's really only one way to
There is only one way.
turn a stiff belt into a comfy soft belt. You got to wear the motherfucker. And so I did. I'm wearing it right now, and I'm going to wear it going forward.
This is the belt.
That's going to be my belt because I'm thinking about the future now. This is the new Daniels. I'm not, momentary comfort. I don't care. Pinches me.
Normally,
right now, I'm in just a lot of pain because this belt is pinching me, but it's worth it.
Normally,
It's
I'm
so
like, screw future
worth-
me. Current me doesn't care. But you're doing the opposite.
Opposite.
Wow.
Future me is getting my attention now, and now me is going to suffer, and that's me, and that's the Daniels going forward.
Wow.
So I'm glad you asked what's been going on with me because that's it.
I thought it was a summer anecdote that I was getting.
Nope,
but no.
this is fall. It's fall when this is
Wow.
being recorded.
I'm
Summer, I'll tell you, we'll have a different episode when I talk about going to London and going to all the George Orwell sites
Yes.
in the great city of
There's
London.
there's no more left.
And
There couldn't be.
Oh, I went to all of them, and I think there were like 32, and 27 of them were pubs. So,
Nice. London's great for that.
So yeah.
Oh.
So that's it. That's my intro anecdote.
And are we going to relate the belt somehow at some point to Station 11, Episode 1?
I'm gonna.
We're going to work really
I'm not-
hard.
Yeah. So
okay,
that was a good little transition there.
I'm going to start with my first question for you.
Okay, so
this is a book.
correct.
Who wrote it?
Somebody named Emily St. John Mandel.
Nice. I did not look.
Hope I got her name right. I haven't read the book.
We'll edit over and I'll just have you say whatever name for like, and it'll make it look
Yeah. No, she's good. She's it. And if not, hey, what are they going to do? Sue us? We don't know. We're doing our best.
Yeah.
It's not slander.
Right. My phone's up there.
Yeah,
I can't even look.
And we're not allowed.
We're not allowed.
We don't look at phones while we're.
We don't.
Because this is an embodied experience.
Right.
We're focusing on the moment.
Yeah.
I'm keenly aware of the moment because of the belt pinching my gut. Like just,
I'm keenly aware because I'm like, where's my phone? Oh, it's up there. I keep doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So one of the things that I like to do now that you have ruined watching movies for me.
Nice.
So thank you for that.
I
like to look at the opening
Love it.
shots.
That's what I do with all my students. Ruin pretty much everything for
That
them.
doesn't make any sense.
Everything that you like sucks.
Yeah.
That's how I start my classes. And then I prove it. And by the end, they're all crying. And
no.
that's what you get when you take a Daniels class.
Everything you like sucks.
Yeah.
And I'll prove it.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
One by one, you tear them down.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So we start out, they're kind of dark shots. It's the whole first episode is sort of dark. And there's pigs running around, and you can't really tell where they are, and then it sort of backs out, and you can see that it's a church. And it looks sort of like a jungle, and it doesn't take long, and pigs go feral quickly and all that.
Yeah.
So I didn't think there was much more to it.
So wait, is the beginning the church or is it the theater where they do the King Lear?
It was theater, and then it was the church.
Okay, so the church is later.
I think so.
Okay. So there's
it's like I thought it was the pews, but it was definitely the Chicago theater.
I got to say right off the bat, the post collapse looks nicer than the pre. Like
now you leave Chicago out of this.
I love Chicago, but it's just like, man,
It looked very green.
if we all left,
Yeah.
if we went on a spaceship and left,
Yeah.
and everybody who was here just died, and
Right.
sad, but
Pigs
they're
seemed
gone.
pretty good.
And then we come back like 50 years later, it would be cool, man. It would be really cool.
I keep
Like,
thinking
like
that
it.
as I'm watching it, I'm like, hey, you know what? Make it look more dangerous.
Yeah.
Like maybe a wolf should come in and take out one of the pigs.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
'cause
like, wait, maybe we don't want to leave. That
Because
wouldn't be
that's-
good. The chaos that would ensue when we came back.
That's true.
So, yeah, I didn't make much more than that out of the beginning of it. The Chicago theater jumped out at me. Have you ever been there?
No. Yeah, I've seen it outside.
Used to go.
Yeah. Go ahead and take as many bookmarks as you want.
I just wonder what the bell's for.
Oh, whenever we say somebody's name or we're like talking about a business, we like to ring the bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just something we do.
Yeah. Interacting with the locals here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the Chicago Theater, I had
you've
a
been in
relatively bougie childhood where we would go to a play like every year.
So Chicago Theater is where King Lear
Yeah,
was playing. So we have this collapse thing that the jungle has taken over human spaces.
Yeah, including Chicago. There's a jungle.
And then we go into Chicago, and then we go from the kind of ruins of the theater to the theater, and King Lear is playing.
Right, which I had to look up. I mean, I figured it was Shakespeare, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and so we can wonder about whether the plot of King Lear somehow plays into this.
So going to ask that question.
Yeah. But so yeah, should we
Let's
just
jump in.
We're into kind of like summarizing mode, right? So we it's
We're
the
at
guy the King Lear is giving a speech.
The final
and-
speech.
Yeah, a final speech. I don't know. For him, it's his final speech for sure.
I think it was the final speech from King Lear before I had to look it up. He dies.
Well,
I mean, it's a Shakespeare play.
in the final
Yes.
speech of King Lear, I believe he's carrying his dead daughter in his arms.
There's two dead daughters, right?
He has 3 daughters, and 2 of them are betraying little cunts.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a harsh word, isn't it?
Wow.
They are. They're bad. They betray him. They lie to him.
Okay.
And he gives them all of their, like, whatever, their deal. And okay, thank
thanks.
you. So he has these 3 daughters, and he says, "Which one of you loves me most, and I'll give you all my stuff." And 2 of them kiss his ass completely, and the third one is like, "You're all right. I mean, I love you as my dad, but as king, you're so."
Kind of suck.
And so she, so the 2 that get all of his stuff, and they immediately betray him and take his stuff, and then like sideline him, and they're terrible, and they join forces with the enemy to take over his land, and he ends up getting like put in a prison or something.
Oh wow!
And then the other daughter turns out to be really good.
Okay.
She wasn't lying. And she ends up getting betrayed and joining him and helping him, but then she gets betrayed by somebody else. There's a
lot of betrayal.
There's a lot of betrayal in it, and she gets hung. And she and the king are in jail together, and she's executed. And then finally the king is kind of freed because the one good guy that's left kind of comes in and frees him, but his daughter's dead by then, and he carries her onto stage and then gives that speech. So anyway, that's what King Lear is all about.
Okay.
It's about betrayal and stuff. So far, the plot of Station 11 doesn't seem to have much of that going on.
Not at all.
So, but the guy falls down onto the stage and is seeming to die.
There's a worried audience member that we're focused on at this point.
Yeah.
And maybe his date?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
his girlfriend, Laura.
Okay. And so he gets up and he says, "That man's having a heart attack." And he's Indian. And so what is everybody thinking?
He's a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my question on my sheet is it racist?
No, that question... Oh, that everybody's assumption that he was...
Right. That was my assumption. I'm like, of course, he's a doctor. He knows that guy's having a heart attack.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking that the only reason people thought he knew what he was doing is because he's the only one that stood up and went to the stage.
Right. I mean, it looked like a doctor-y move.
Yeah.
He had the look.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, this is, I picked my mom up from a procedure. A nice young Indian guy was the one that gave the readout from the, and so I'm like, this, and I've seen this before, and I'm like, right, he's a doctor.
Must be a doctor, yeah.
And I think I said that to Anna, and then it was like, I'm not a doctor, I'm a reporter. It's like, oh.
He's not even a reporter. He has a website. He's unemployed, and he just got fired from the flower shop.
That interaction's amazing.
With the girl, yeah. So, he goes up there. That's the first question of the story, I think, is why did he do that?
It's a great hook.
Yeah.
It's a really good hook.
And he's walking through the crowd, and people are telling him to be quiet, and that's the most awkward thing in the world. Is to
really good. Yeah.
Is to go against social norms, right?
Yeah. And he's just willing to do it.
He does it,
Yeah.
and he gets up there, and then he's like, but he doesn't know what to
He doesn't
do
know
when
what
he
to
gets
do
up
'cause
there.
he doesn't have any
And he goes, "Is there a
CPR
doctor?"
training.
And they're like, "Aren't you a doctor?" He's like, "No." And then finally, people realize the guy really is having a heart attack or had a heart attack, and then he dies. The actor Arthur,
Which is Gael Garcia Bernal.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know who that is. Is
He's been in a bunch
well-known
of
or-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he, so that's the kind of hook. And then Jeevan is the guy's name, the main character, the Indian guy, who isn't a doctor.
He is great, by the way.
He is great. And you said something about, is it racist? Is it racist to just assume that? I don't
The
think that's
Indian guy walking up on stage to give help as a doctor.
I don't think that's the definition of racism
It's
at all.
stereotypical.
I
at
think
the very
it's
least.
a little, it's profiling. I don't
Okay.
think profiling is the
Sorry
same.
to all my Indian friends out there, which I have many.
No, that's a good thing.
Oh,
like
wait, I'm allowed?
Thinking somebody's a doctor is good instead
Right.
of like, oh, you must be a busboy.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's.
But then what if they're not, and then I've offended them because...
I think you he's just a loser. I don't think
Yeah.
you should jump to conclusions about people based on their superficial characteristics.
I totally do.
But if you're, but profiling is not exactly
Yeah.
racism. I just don't think it's the same thing.
But he looked... I mean, why else is he going up on stage?
Yeah. Well, it tricks the reader, the viewer,
It was
and
great.
it tricks everybody. And he also looks around. He notices that there's a little girl, a child actor, who seems pretty lost. And he starts going, "Hey, little girl, what's up with you? Are you?" And she goes, "Oh, I have a Wrangler,"
yeah,
which fits in with my cowboy belt.
it does.
My belt is a Wrangler belt.
She didn't mean a Jeep Wrangler either.
No, or a cowboy wrangler.
Nope.
It's the person who's in charge of all the children actors to make sure that they're being taken care of. But everybody's freaking out because the star just had a heart attack on stage. And so Jeevan is a guy who sort of cares about.
He wants to help.
He's sort of nurturing in
Yes,
a way, right?
Very.
And he is kind of like helping this girl, or just worried about her. And then he gets her, and then anyway, and he kind of leaves his date behind.
The girl's name is Kirsten.
Kirsten.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
Why?
Why would you?
Why can't it just be Kristen? No,
Kirsten.
Kirsten.
I don't know.
Look. If
Good
you're
friend of
named
mine's-
Kirsten, you're gonna have to change your name
Yeah.
to Kristen,
That's
and
right.
just get over it that everybody calls you Kristen.
Yeah. No,
Anyway.
I know a Kristen and a Kirsten, and I'm more likely to call the Kristen Kirsten because
Ooh.
I see Kirsten more often socially.
Got
She's
it.
more of a social friend, and the Kristen is just a work friend or acquaintance.
Okay.
So it can go
I don't know.
either way.
That was part of it that I was like,
You didn't like
that didn't
Kirsten's.
it's kind of weird.
That's not racist, but it's kind of a biased and
It is.
unfair bias against people's
And
names.
they call her Kiki.
Kiki.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they call the little girl Kiki.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's a good character. She immediately starts asking Jeevan all kinds of questions that kids will ask you that grown-ups won't.
Yes.
Like, what do you do for a job? And he goes, I'm a reporter. No,
Well,
I have a website. He goes, I'm unemployed.
I'm unemployed.
And she goes, is that your girlfriend? He goes, yeah. She goes, are you going to get married? He's like, yeah, I guess sometime. And he ends up having to take the girl home on the train, on the L.
Right.
The L.
But as they're
Little
outside the L, they're having a conversation.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorite moments. She's kind of asking him what he wants to do. He's like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
And it's all part of the same conversation we're talking about. And she goes, must be hard not knowing what you want to be. And he goes, yeah, it takes a while. And she just kind of shrugs her shoulders and she goes, yeah, I'm 8.
I'm 8.
It's great.
And she knows what she wants to be.
And she knows what she wants to be.
Right off the bat, she
But
goes.
so for her, she's like, it took me 8 years. Like, that's a long time.
She asked, is Arthur dead? And goes, well, I don't know. But if he is, he died doing what he loves. And she goes, so that's cool. And she goes, I love acting too. And he just kind of like walks away.
Yeah.
so they're on the train, and then he gets the news,
He gets the call from the sister.
and
Syria.
every now and then at the early stages, like during the during the play, you hear people cough a little.
Yeah.
And maybe we should back up a little bit about the context of this show. The book was written many years ago.
2014.
The book was written in 2014, and the show was recorded complete and ready to go before COVID.
Wow.
And then it was released right as COVID, and they delayed the release because it was too traumatizing.
Too real.
And eventually they did it. So anyway, it's you hear the coughs, and you kind of know what it's about.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
most people know what the initial plot is. And you also see there's a post-apocalyptic kind of world out there that they've already shown you
Right.
is going to happen. And but then he hears from his sister, who is a doctor and is Indian. And I can
see?
say that.
That's true.
I can say that without being racist, because it's just a fact. There is something about her that is pretty funny. But she calls him and she just says, "Hey, that thing."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, you mean that flu thing?" She goes, "It's real." And she tells him, Go
Go to Frank's. Yeah.
and then hide out there. Like, don't let anybody in. Build a barricade." And then he starts having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And he basically just leaves the train and he forgets about the girl.
Wait, do you remember the story that the sister tells him? Do you remember when we were kids?
Yeah.
And there's the strawberry yoo-hoo,
Yeah.
and you threw up all over her when we were playing, what was it? Sardines?
Yeah.
And that comes up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the next scene.
That's right.
It took me, I'm like, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
It was a good
Everybody
moment.
else had chocolate, but you had the strawberry one, and you were the only one to throw up.
Yep.
So he has a panic attack, and you realize, and you also by this time realize he's kind of a loser. Like,
Yeah.
He's-
But he's a nice guy.
he's really nice.
Yeah.
And he's not dumb, but he just doesn't hold a job down.
I can absolutely empathize for him.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's a likable
He's
character
likable.
a lot.
Wait, can I say something then about Kiki,
Yeah.
child actor?
Yeah.
I was like,
You didn't like her acting?
didn't love it.
Oh, I did.
But then
I thought it was good.
And then Anna was like, no, she's got the facial expressions. She's kind of a serious kid. And I feel like there's a big disconnect between the adult actress who's playing who's playing Kiki. And I'm like, I don't see it.
You mean the way they look or act?
both?
I don't know. Well, we haven't really gotten to the adult Kiki yet, and but I liked her. I thought she was good, but I
I
also
thought her lines were great. I thought the delivery was good, but
I think what I think about it is that if you ever have met like a child that is doing adult work,
are they serious?
a child who is in the major production of a Shakespearean play,
Oh.
who's 8 years old and is like not going to school because she has tutors because she's an actress. Those kids are different from other kids. So anyway, I thought that her non-childishness was kind of worked.
I knew somebody that was in a play where he was not in school and it was work, and he was the lead in The Little Prince in Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was he serious?
He was very serious.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know how it worked out for him,
Yeah.
but anyway.
Good luck to
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Jamie Kalaki.
What's his name?
Jamie Kalaki.
Jamie Kalaki.
Yep. Went
You
to
never-
grade school with him.
Oh, man. He's huge.
I
He's,
guess.
no. I never
Allegedly.
Heard of him. Never heard
Are
of
we
him.
going, we're going up here with the beers?
I'm
now?
just, my hand,
like, wow.
rest in my hand.
I'm going to match you.
Yeah. You look a little awkward, though, whereas I look just super chill.
I don't know. I have a tattoo now. I don't look as awkward as I used
Yeah,
to.
you're pretty tough now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So we don't need to
they're going through
summarize the whole.
well, they're going through the grocery store. They get 8 carts of groceries.
Well, okay, we jumped. I just said,
Oh.
let's not summarize, and then I'm summarizing in
we
super
kind of have to
detail.
get it. Yeah.
The Jeevan it just ignores the girl, and then she follows him off the train. She's like, "What are you? We got off on the wrong." So he has to walk her home,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
she's
yeah.
not home. her parents aren't home.
Right.
But by this time, he kind of is like,
Everybody's dead.
her parents might be dead back there.
Right.
And then he takes her on a errand to,
Yeah.
because he realizes, I should buy something before I go to Frank's. And then they're in the grocery store, and here is the one plot flaw, I think.
Oh.
Not plot, but yeah, kind of just a logic flaw. The people are starting to die. The emergency
Way too
room.
fast.
Well, there's that, but no, I think there.
I was going with they die way too fast.
I don't know. I think there is a world in which there's a virus that'll kill you really fast. But
I agree, but then it doesn't spread very well.
is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, that may be another. But what I'm thinking is that there's not a single person in the grocery store.
No.
If we know anything about COVID, is
Yeah.
people go crazy and start buying everything
Well,
the first moment that there's
he
a
had
sense
8
of panic.
carts.
Yeah.
They would have been all filled with toilet paper.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
it. He would have
Yeah.
only bought that.
Yeah, you got to wipe your butt.
Right.
So
That would have been great.
well, at first he just goes in there and he just has a hand carrier cart, right? A little basket.
Mm-hmm.
And then he buys the Yoo-hoo,
Okay.
strawberry Yoo-hoo and chocolate.
2
which is-
chocolates. And it
choc-
looks like sardines when he's got them laid in the cart.
Aw,
I thought anyway.
yeah, no, it
Like,
does.
oh, shit.
And so, but here's a moment that I think is important. After he buys 8 carts worth of stuff,
Yeah.
which is pretty fun, and it's like $9,000.
He tries to write a check.
And the guy goes, "No, we don't take checks." And he goes, "No, of course not. Who writes checks at a grocery store?" And the cash register guy's like, "People that are writing bad checks."
Right. Yeah.
And so he buys all the stuff, and he's really grateful that his card goes through.
Right.
And but then he's outside in the parking lot with the girl, and she's like, "Are you going to take me home?" Blah blah blah. And he goes, "I can put you in a cab." And he makes her choose.
I love this.
And he goes,
I wrote it
"No, I
down.
can't just tell you to go home with me because that's like kidnapping."
Feels like
I
a
think.
question of free will. It is.
Free will.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Okay, I guess I'll go home." And then he watches her just walking off wearing her like actor dress.
She was wearing the, yeah.
And she's like shuffling through the snow, and it's a sad little
It is.
girl who's going away to freeze to death or die of a. And he just goes, "Oh, hey,
Your parents just texted me.
yeah,
They're
said
fine.
Yeah, they said that you should come.
They're
spend
stuck
the
in
night.
Lake Forest, which I know somebody from Lake Forest.
There we go.
But
Good old Lake Forest.
Lake Forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh yeah, you should come with me. And they said everything's fine. The world's not ending.
Yeah.
So
he
we're
lied.
good.
Yeah,
But he did it for her.
he did.
And he would. And so what we're establishing here is he's not some child predator.
Yeah.
That is like after the kid. He's legitimately concerned for her.
He starts almost having a panic attack in the grocery store.
Yeah.
But then he looks at her, and he goes,
Got to keep it together.
"Yeah, that's it. That's the psychology.
was
People that
great.
have panic attacks start taking care of a little kid.
That's not yours.
You can't. Yeah.
Ideally.
kidnap
yeah.
them.
Right. Obviously.
Quote unquote.
Right.
But
it's not kidnapping if she wanted to go.
yeah,
See?
That
Allegedly, Your Honor.
that
I learned that
Is
from
it-
Station 11. Is that not true?
Yeah, yeah. That seems wrong somehow, the way you said it. But that's how you cure panic attacks, is that you have to take care of some kid. But it's true, though, that seems to be, he's a guy without responsibilities, and now he has one,
Right.
and that is taking his attention away from himself. That's my psychoanalytic
I agree.
evaluation.
And
of
that he
even-
was likable and kind of a kid
Yeah,
at the
he's
beginning.
childish kind of
and
guy, yeah.
then sort of grew out of that quickly, right, when he had to. And so they end up at Frank's place. They shut in with their 8 carts
So
of...
Frank's got a fucking sweet pad.
I know the building.
Sorry
Yeah.
for my
I don't think anybody noticed.
my bad word.
No, normally you do that when there's several children that are
Yes.
paying attention to what we're saying.
Yeah. What are you looking at, you little fuckhead?
Right. That's when you're being nice.
Yeah.
We usually cut those parts out. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So, what are we?
so I want to talk
oh, yeah.
about the,
Wait,
from
wait,
the
Frank's-
view from
Fra-
Frank's because you can see.
so Frank is in
Maybe Peter.
is the 47th floor of a really sweet apartment or condo, right? And then he gets in there, and yeah, they get there, and Frank's like,
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're crazy. He's like,
Yeah.
turn on the news. Turn on anything.
Yeah.
You gotta see what's going on.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Kiki's sort of walking through the apartment on her own.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like, well, how do we know? And she's like,
they hear this noise, and there's like a shaking and a roaring, and they're like, "What's that?" And she goes, "I think it's that." And she points out, and then a jumbo jet is flying into
it's a 737.
737.
I think so.
You think so?
That's what I would say. It's about that. It's not jumbo. It's not. I mean, it's big.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not a
Jump-
Cessna.
It's a jet. Yeah. But a jet is just that it has jets, right?
Generally, yes, that would be important.
But it's a passenger commercial
yeah.
airline.
Like probably 200 people, 180 people. on board.
737.
Yeah.
And
I'm a plane nerd.
It's a big
Don't
plane.
forget.
It's a pretty big plane.
It's
Not
big
the biggest
enough.
plane.
I mean,
not a dream.
I haven't flown one.
Not a
big. No.
It's no Spruce Goose.
No,
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
is. What could be except for that? Nothing's been bigger.
Yeah.
So,
And it's not a
so
Concorde.
it crashes into Navy Pier.
Nor let's talk about all the things it's not. Yeah, it does. That's fun.
It crashes into
And I'm
Navy
like,
Pier.
oh, I've been there.
And I thought to myself, well, that's a little like they hit both COVID and 9/11 in the same series.
Yeah.
Like wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't think about 9/11, but that would have been that would have been just so comically like bumbling if the 9/11 people crashed into Navy Pier
That would be
and all they killed was the people on the Ferris wheel.
right.
And you're like, oh, who cares?
I mean,
Yeah,
right.
those people. I mean,
Do those people deserve to die? Well, they were on the Ferris wheel, and
Yeah.
I've ridden that Ferris wheel. I probably deserve to die that day myself. So,
yeah, you wouldn't have complained much.
No,
You're like,
I got hit by a 737. What a way to go!
Guess I had
Right?
it.
Like-
Guess I had it coming.
I guess I had a kick-ass life if I died getting hit by an airplane.
Yeah, on a Ferris
on
wheel.
a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
That I shouldn't have been on in the first place.
Yeah. So anyway,
All right.
so the airplane crashes,
Yep.
and then they're in there, and then the show starts jumping around in time, which is something it does.
Okay, wait. I want to time out because
Yeah, time
it says
out.
80 days later.
Yeah.
They walk out of Frank's apartment.
Only two of them.
Right.
Frank.
So Frank is nowhere to be found, but the question remains for me, how did a cart of groceries cost $1,000?
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever filled up a cart like at our local grocery store, which I'm going to say our local grocery store is expensive, I think,
There were. Wait a minute. He had some jugs of scotch.
as one does.
Oh yeah,
mean-
I would definitely. One of
Yeah.
those carts would be nothing but booze. But
I'd go with two. So
yeah. So yeah, I
they're
don't
lasting
know.
80 days. That's, I mean, and do you go 10 days on a cart filled all the way up to the top? Okay. Like that part I was good with. But then when he's hooking the carts together, they're not all the way full. They're not like up to the top because he's like pushing the back end to loop them together.
Maybe a little lazy.
Am
when
I
it
being
comes-
picky?
Maybe. I
All
mean, I mean, it's just he bought a bunch of groceries, and
And ultimately- yeah, okay.
how much it costs. Yeah,
Didn't
I
really
don't know.
matter.
Costco is always like $400,
But it's
and I
expensive.
never fill the grocery.
No, but
I
also
think
the
that-
cart is gigantic.
The cart is gigantic. It would definitely be $1,000 if you filled one of those.
Yes.
up. Like
But it wasn't Costco. It was like a grocery store.
yeah,
The Jewel Osco in
Yeah.
Chicago.
yeah, that's what.
Whatever, the Jewel or Jewels,
Yeah.
if you're a Chicagoan, true
Oh, they
Chicagoan.
call it Jules.
Jewels. I'm not a true
Oh, wow.
Chicagoan. We shopped at
sub-
fucking Dominic's. So,
Dominic's?
No. Chicago suburb anyway.
Dominic's.
Yeah.
That's like pretty kinky for a suburb.
Wow.
It's did you buy like masks and ball gags and
No.
like whips and
What-
things?
Is that a thing?
Dominic's?
This is Dominic's grocery store.
Dominatrix.
No,
Oh.
Dominic's.
But it seems like that's where Dominatrix would shop.
They closed it.
There you go.
It's gone.
Yeah. Thanks, religious right.
Now it's
Yep.
just the Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boring.
we never went there.
Yeah.
We also had an eagle, but here people say eagles, even
Wow.
though and it's from here.
That's weird.
It's from Rock Island.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wherever a place is from, you put the apostrophe S on it.
I guess this is eagles.
Yeah. Or
the
is
eagles.
it apostrophe S or is it just plural? More than one
No,
eagle?
no. I think it's
Three
I
eagles.
think it's apostrophe S.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
belongs to the eagle. This is the store that belongs to the eagle.
The one.
A eagle.
The Eagle
Eagles.
Corporation.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Makes sense. It's grammatically okay. A little weird, but. So there's a problem I have with, and please pardon me for criticizing
You have been pardoned.
a doctor, but
We've already established Jeevan is not a doctor.
what a Jeevan's sister? What's her name again?
Syria. Syria.
Sriya.
Ooh.
Sriya is like a real kind of a saint of a character because she knows she's going to die. She's in the.
Yeah.
All of those people in the ER know they're going to die. Every single one of them are in there because they have this little brief talking.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. She's in there talking to these little kids and go, oh, does anybody feel your parents are getting treatment? And she has a mask on the whole time.
Yeah.
Kids all have masks on, that's the triggering for the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
And then she walks out into the hall where people are, takes her mask off to hack and cough violently
Yeah.
for a really long time. Isn't the point of the mask to not cough on everybody? Shouldn't she have kept the mask on, or did she just not even give a shit at that point?
I don't think it mattered.
Yeah,
At that
yeah.
point, we, found out the hard way.
Yeah.
Too. Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's the one thing. She should have kept the mask on, it feels like. But,
I think she's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
She was in The Good Place, which if you
Oh,
have
yeah.
not seen
I remember her.
that is a fantastic
Yeah, I remember
show.
her. She
Yeah.
was evil.
She was.
Yeah, yeah.
What a great show.
Yeah. It was a great show.
Hey, that would be good for another season.
Yeah,
Pick
you
out some
think that's
favorites.
post-apocalyptic?
Oh, well, it's
Heaven, hell.
It's a dystopia, I would argue.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not this one's more, right? But
This is more of a post-apocalyptic, and I would argue by the end, and we're jumping,
a little foreshadowing.
I argue that it ultimately becomes a utopia.
We shall see.
Now, we shall see. So, I don't know. Let me look at my notes. Did we miss anything?
I'm looking.
Yeah, the King Lear plot, I can't see any real... Okay, here's something that I feel is just kind of thematic about it. It starts off, if you're, from my perspective, a writer and a writing professor, you always look at the beginning to make the promise of what the thing is about.
Okay.
The very beginning is where you figure out what the idea is of the piece, whatever the piece is, right? So the very beginning, you have people on a stage. They're pretending to be something, right? They're pretending to do this drama. And then reality intrudes upon the play by the guy whose job is to pretend that he dies, really dies.
So it's flipped.
But then it's flipped. But then the guy in
on.
the audience comes out of the audience and goes onto the stage. You're also not supposed to do that. And then what does he do? He pretends to be a doctor when it turns out he's not a doctor. He pretends that he's somebody who can help, and he's not somebody who can actually help.
Ooh.
But so we're dealing with a interesting kind of playing around with, I guess reality and fantasy, or reality and storytelling.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what this is going to be about. The plague, the thing that kills everybody. Everybody gets sick and everybody's dying instantly, kind of like really fast. That's reality. But society is built on narratives, which are fictions. They're made up.
Yeah.
And everything about us being nice to each other, if you think about it, think about like money, the concept of money. It's just a made-up thing that we all decided to believe.
We're all taking part.
This little plastic card that I give you, there's going to be some numbers and stuff when you swipe it.
It's true.
And you're going to say, okay, I accept that as something with value.
Now you're allowed to walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if all it would take is somebody to say, no, I don't believe that anymore, And when would that happen? Well, when society collapses.
Totally.
You're like, no, your card doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore. Also,
But Jeevan has that happen, right?
has the card.
Yeah.
And he just maxes out his credit card that he can't pay.
Right.
Completely doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Because it's over, man.
He did something he shouldn't do, but he did, and it worked.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
All right.
And so, yeah, that's kind of what I think we have set up from the beginning, and we'll see how it goes. And Jeevan it's also about character. Jeevan is a nurturing guy, but also is somebody who's never taken on responsibility, and he also
Never
has
been responsible for anything.
And his brother, we haven't talked about Frank, but Frank won a Pulitzer already. He's a reporter.
Yeah.
And we get that in little bits.
And that's why he's got like a $20 million condo or whatever, probably.
Yeah. He's a rich guy.
Because you make lots of money when you win a Pulitzer as a journalist. I mean, I think it's like a great honor, but probably they're not super well paid.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, somebody famous journalist like Ezra Klein, I bet you has plenty of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, whatever it is, they just wanted to give him a sweet pad and that he's doing well in life, whereas Jeevan's not.
Yeah. So.
Something else. He makes the girl choose. Yeah. Here's my theory about why he decided to lie to her and bring her back. He needed her to help him push the carts.
Had to.
He's like pushing her by himself.
To do it.
He's like, "Hey, little girl." Actually, so
like a sled dog, he hooked her up to the front.
Yes. So he's actually a creep. And
I had him. I had him as
he's also mean to the lady at the elevator who's coming in and goes, "No, you can't come in here."
Right.
By the way, every time I'm on an elevator, somebody's running for it.
Oh, you're pressing the door close button.
Totally.
Yeah.
I pretend like I'm pressing the open.
Yeah.
And then I give an apologetic look on my face as it closes, but I totally don't want it to open.
Yeah, I don't either.
I got to get somewhere. I got to get up or down.
You weren't here when I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm not one of those nice people. Or it
could be like in Europe where the elevators are for 3 people.
So some other things happen in this episode. And I'm curious if you make anything of it or if you can make anything of it.
With it.
So there's the comic book.
Yeah.
Which is called Station 11.
Yeah, and then there was
that woman gives to Arthur, and he has it.
Yeah.
And then Kiki ends up with it.
She ends up with it, and she's reading it.
And then
grown-up Kiki's reading it.
And then you see the spaceman from the is it a
comic book?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a graphic novel.
Novel, and he is listening in on
Jeevan. Yeah. That's weird. And it's got an 11 on the side of the helmet.
Yeah, we don't know what that means.
No.
And then there's the thing about the woman that wrote the comic book and Arthur, the actor who's already died.
Yeah.
And then we also have a guy who is somewhere else, probably England, because he has an English accent or some kind of Irish accent or something like that, who is calling everybody that knows Arthur and saying, "Hey, Arthur died."
Yeah.
And he's going to the funeral, which we assume is in Chicago.
Right.
And he tells his boyfriend partner not to go with. No, the boyfriend says, "No, I'm not going with you." And he goes, "Oh, I guess it's my burden." And he's chugging vodka by the glass.
As one does.
I know. I was watching it, and
where's my vodka?
And I wanted some vodka when I was.
I never want vodka. Ever.
No, a glass of vodka doesn't sound good to me.
God.
So, and then we jump to the future, and we see Kirsten as an adult.
Yeah.
And she's lying on the grass in the exact pose of the Andrew Wyeth painting of the woman that's lying down in a classic American...
It's called Woman Lying Down in Grass.
I
don't know. I just made that up.
So there's that, which...
I don't make anything of that.
I would make one thing of it.
Okay.
I'd connect. when I'm trying to understand these kind of things, you look at the beginning. Is it about the stage versus reality? Is it about fiction versus reality?
Yeah.
And those lines being blurred. Well, Kirsten becomes the subject of a famous
I'm going to
American
call her
painting.
Kiki from now on.
Kiki,
but anyway.
It becomes the woman in the painting that we all know.
Yeah.
Again, reality and art blurring. And the spaceman actually being part of the narrative. And he is a character from a
Blurring those lines.
graphic novel.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we get out of that. But we don't really know much more. And yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I loved the hook. I did the rest of the episode. I was kind of on.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved it so much. You've watched the whole thing,
I
right?
have. Yeah. And I'm glad I stayed with it the first time because when we were talking about it 2 weeks ago, see what I did there?
Yeah.
I was thinking, yeah, okay, all right. I'm glad I watched it. Yeah, I'll watch it again, and let's think about it this time versus, the way I watched it last time. I was dismissive of the spaceman.
Yeah. I don't know that the spaceman ever totally makes sense. This is kind of jumping ahead a little, but here's the thing.
Foreshadowing.
It's foreshadowing, but when you have a novel and you turn it into even a series like this, some things are going to be lost.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of the elements that are in the novel may not. We saw that in Mickey 17, that just so much of it didn't make sense.
Right.
And I realized I bet you in the novel all that made sense.
Okay.
But it was just not. Anyway. So
we don't have 8 hours to watch it, but that's the point of these miniseries, right?
It's true. No, there's more of it makes sense, I'd say. But maybe not. Okay. So that's my thought there. How about we take our little break to listen to Garza.
Yeah.
Garza's been hard at work back on
Nice.
it. Let's see if I can. The hell is it?
Oh boy!
Is it going to be the applause,
I think so.
or is it going to be Garza's?
Hey folks, let's take a break. So while you're topping off your pint, we've got a quick bit of housekeeping. If you're enjoying The Moon Underwater, do us a solid. Leave us a good rating and review wherever you listen, Apple or Spotify. It really helps more people stumble into our cozy pub of books, films, and conversation. And don't keep it to yourself. Tell a friend or share the show on your socials. Speaking of, you can find us on Instagram and Threads at The Moon Underwater Pod, YouTube at The Moon Underwater Pubcast, Twitter and Blue Sky at The Moon Underwater, and Letterboxd at TMUW Pod. We're posting updates, extra thoughts, and the occasional pub-related nonsense. So join us there. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or if you just want to say hi, write us at theguys@themoonunderwaterpubcast.com. All right, back to your regularly scheduled pints and paperbacks.
Nice. I forgot about that part.
I know. I was listening this time, and it was good.
I know. Normally we're running around doing something like grabbing more beer
Taking a piss.
or yeah. I mean, did you have other stuff?
I did have one more thing, and it's kind of a now for something completely different in a way. But let me go for it because I was just thinking about that this whole thing is about a deadly pandemic.
Right.
And it just so happens that I listened to a long interview, a podcast interview with somebody who's a historian of plagues and treatments for it and everything. And a couple of interesting things. One is when you look at the bones of ancient Romans and stuff, and basically anybody in the ancient world or tribal people from different places that are not modern, they're super short. They're a foot shorter on average than us.
Me?
Than everybody. They're just really short. And this guy said that part of it is nutrition, and that's usually what it's. He goes, but that's only part of it. And he goes, the main reason is because they've gone through so many childhood illnesses that it messes it sap when you get these sicknesses when you're a kid.
Yeah.
It saps your kind of like energy to where instead of growing, you're fighting off these diseases.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody
That's gross.
ends up, So
That
that's
sucks.
like one of the things is that these like smallpox especially was this like crazy killer.
Yeah.
Like if you read like stuff from the 1700s, 1800s, like everybody that had kids, at least 50% of them would die. It was just brutal. It was just brutal.
Shakespeare, I want to say, they I was reading something about this a couple weeks ago. They knew very little about his children, but that like half of them had died.
Oh yeah, and the guy said something else interesting too, that the people will say, oh yeah, but in those days they didn't really love their kids like we do now. But you read the letters and they're like completely gutted, just like we would be.
Yeah,
like, oh,
of course.
the light has gone out of my life. I will never smile again. That kind of stuff. It's just that they had to deal with it. They just like, that was life.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy's saying that, and then he starts talking about smallpox. The way in the 1700s, they figured so everybody in the world, the kind of like whatever civilized world was just desperate to find a cure for these for these diseases.
Yeah.
They were just like ruining everybody's life, and they were doing everything they could. They were trying to figure it out. This is before germ theory. They have no idea what's going on. Then somebody noticed, all these women that milk cows, like these milkmaids,
They don't get it.
they weren't getting sick. They weren't, and they're like, wow, that's weird. What's going on? And then they figured out, because they had all gotten a disease called cowpox, which was a milder disease that didn't mess with you that much. But once you had that disease, you didn't get smallpox.
True story.
Or if you do get smallpox, it doesn't really mess with you quite as bad. And so why do you think eventually they started just like getting people sick, like go and hang out with cows or go and hang out with these sick milkmaids. And then so that's kind of how they were trying to deal with it. Why do you think, as a bilingual guy, the word vaccine...
It's vaca. That's from cow in Latin.
Yeah, that's right. And so... It's
that one
based
I've
on-
heard. Yeah.
You have heard that?
Yeah.
That's where vaccine... I had
yeah.
never heard that. And that was like the origin of vaccines, is that you get this cowpox instead of smallpox.
Isn't that crazy?
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, they had yet to spread it to the rest of the world. So, Western Europe was like, hey, you know what? You know who needs this? Everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also when we come to take their land and stuff.
We'll go ahead and give it to them, too. God.
Yeah. Think about if it wasn't for the disease, I feel like, Europeans coming into the New World, quote unquote, New World, would have turned out a lot different, because some of those groups were pretty fearsome.
Oh,
They could have fought back.
Oh, my God,
pretty
yes.
hard. But when 80% of your people die, you're pretty easy to invade at that point.
So basically the Europeans are showing up like they're in Station 11. They're
Yep.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, hey,
Like,
guys.
Fuckers. Yeah.
So anyway,
Well-
not to go kind of down that road too much, but
Well, they did it, I guess.
yeah.
All right.
But that's kind of my closing salvo.
I like
don't know.
that. I have no closing salvo
Yeah.
other than I thought it was okay.
Yeah. Okay. Have you watched the whole series before?
Yeah, we
Okay.
talked. Yeah.
Okay. I was just making
We
sure.
should rewind this, and because I already answered that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I liked it, and that's why I agreed to watch it again. But I didn't love the first. I liked the hook.
Okay.
I really liked the hook.
Yeah.
I liked the, the grown-up kid
Yeah.
and the squirrel-brained adult. But it just, I don't know, felt like it took a little while to unpack.
Yeah. All right.
That's
well,
me.
We'll
What did
keep
you
going.
liked it?
No, I did. I liked the first.
12 out of 10.
I liked the first episode a lot. I was just really intrigued by it, and really kind of like the first time I watched it, I had no idea what was coming.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're in Frank's apartment, and then the plane crashes.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I thought it was just a great narrative because I didn't know what was going to come next. And then all of a sudden we jump to the 80 days later, and Jeevan and the girl are leaving the apartment.
But Frank is nowhere
Frank
to be
isn't
seen.
there. And then and then we jump to some other future where we see Kirsten lying in the grass as a grown-up. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty trippy. And, I think there's a lot of good stuff to come, too.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
it
would
gets
agree.
Very intriguing.
But before I forget, don't forget to visit Kitsch in Sync in LeClaire.
Yeah.
She dropped off a card. She took some of ours, so
Yeah.
thank you.
There
Appreciate
she
it.
is.
Yeah. I don't know who it was, but it was them.
Nice lady. Was interested in our podcast and
Who isn't?
totally okay with interrupting us in the middle of our...
Several times, actually.
The most brilliant thing I ever said, and then that's the reason why
it was lost.
This episode is great, like all of them.
Of course.
But it would have been more great. It would have been transcendent. But
it would have been. This was above the others.
Do you know anything about Samuel Taylor Coleridge?
No.
Have you ever heard of him?
No.
So he's one of the Romantic poets, and he wrote The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, which is also an Iron Maiden song. It's a wonderful poem. He wrote some great poems, and he was also like this hardcore opium addict. And he was writing a poem. I think it might have been Kubla Khan, it's called.
Okay.
And he was in the middle of writing it, and he was like high on opium and just in the midst of it, and he got interrupted by somebody knocking on his door, and it was a traveling salesman. And then he had to go and get rid of the guy, and then he goes back, and the poem was gone. And the poem is still published. It's still one of the greatest poems of English literature.
Wow.
But the idea is, if only that guy didn't interrupt me, it would have even been better.
I love that. That was today. That was today.
That is right.
All right.
All right.
you.
See you guys.